Penalizing emergency rule violators could be as easy as giving a parking ticket under a bill awaiting the governor's decision. But what happens to the tens of thousands of cases involving people who face criminal charges during the pandemic? Gina Mangieri is always investigating and has details.
Advocates say the measure would come in handy for any future emergency, while others say we should be getting tougher, not easier, on people willing to flout the rules.
Since March of 2020, around 100,000 people were caught and ticketed, some arrested for violating emergency rules. It ranged from not wearing masks to violating quarantine or stay-at-home orders.
They're all misdemeanors. And just to put it in perspective, the year before, there were only 20,000 criminal petty misdemeanor cases. So you could see it just was out of control last year, and it continues to be out of control.
Lawmakers this session passed SB 540 to reduce emergency order violations to a suggested $200 infraction, or a price set by the governor and counties, with no threat of a criminal record or going to jail.
We know a family of four, the mother and father just drove out to Round Top because they were just tired of being cooped up, never got out of the car. Both of them received citations. We had people just taking graduation photos, back last May. It's very short time. They probably didn't know the law exactly because it was very confusing at that point. Is the beach okay? The water's okay? The park's okay? People didn't know.
We asked the governor on the day he dropped the mask mandate outdoors, is he planning to sign the bill?
We have started discussions with the counties, and I know the Attorney General has been working with the courts in terms of the implementation of that measure. So they've at least had preliminary discussions about the fines and the level of fines.
I don't think he should sign it. It appears to be nothing more than a money grab.
That from a defense attorney who defended many against pandemic charges.
The purpose of this statute was to prevent people from spreading disease. And now they're basically saying, well, no, it's just an infraction and just pay $200 and everything's good. It doesn't accomplish the purpose of the goal, which is to get people to comply with the law. So if you trivialize it too much, then there's no respect for the law.
Supporters of the measure say it will work, and better than dumping tens of thousands of criminal cases into an overburdened court system.
Getting a citation, it's effective. There's no court appearances. It's not going to shut down the court system.
The bill is not retroactive to any of the thousands of pandemic cases still pending, but it could give prosecutors and defendants something to talk about.
It should be an incentive to plea bargain all these cases down. But unfortunately, some people are so adamant that they don't want to, that they know they're not guilty, will still want to risk going to trial.
And while many cases are still pending in court from the height of pandemic enforcement, prosecutors have tossed more than half the cases outright, tens of thousands more dismissed.
I've never seen a situation like this before in 30 years where the prosecutors were filing dismissals en masse. So you would get a notice that your client's case was dismissed, but you couldn't find it. And the reason why was because they had one defendant's name and then an attachment with about 30 or 40 other defendants.
Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, always investigating.